What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Pokemon Masters EX video. My name is Charlie, and today we're going to check out Hilbert and Mightyena's Sync Grid video, their Sync Grid, their move set, what lucky skill you should put on them, what team they would be best used for, all that sort of fun stuff. So first off, it is a Dark type weak to Fairies, so watch out for those Fairy type strikers. It's a physical striker. And its physical attack, when you max it out with just 1 out of 5, is 350. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. He is a limited unit, so if you're watching this in the future and like, man, why can't I get him? I just gotta wait till next October, when the seasonal the seasonal banner comes back. So moves, Crunch. Has a small chance of lowering the target's defense. It does 99 to 118 power, depending on how powered up it is, against a single opponent, and is a 3-gauge move, but not too bad. It's not too bad. he's a the thing with Mightyena is that he's like Grimsley when it comes to, well, not Grimsley, I'd say, but more like Imbor, and Zebstrika. Any of those units that do recoil damage, they're gonna do a lot of damage. But you know, you gotta make sure you get those stand fast 5s on them, dude. X attack, it sharply raises the user's attack, pretty simple. And then here's the double edge, the recoil move. Does 167 to 200 power, depending on how powered up it is, against a single opponent. Recoil damage, 3-gauge move cost. The user takes 25% of the damage dealt to the target. Yeah, it can be a lot. It can be a lot, depending on how powered up it is. It can be a lot. And it also has Roar, which is a real interesting move. It reminds me of Charizard's trainer move, Our Destiny, where it raises stats but it lowers your defenses. So this sharply raises the user's speed, or radically raises the user's speed if the user is affected by a status condition, and then sharply raises the user's critical hit rate, but it lowers the user's defense and special defense. But raising your speed, it's good because his Sync Grid has ramming speed, which is amazing if you guys know, like, Cynthia and Garchomp's Sync Grid. But you, like, the team build for this would be like Torchic and Skyla and Swanna, because you're raising, you know, Torchic has X attack all. He's just got X attack, but it's fine. He self-buffs himself, so he can be on like a dark type team and he'll be just fine. But yeah, I mean, I would still go with like Skyla and Swanna with Torchic, just so that you can focus on doing damage with his attacking moves instead of having to power him up. You can use Torchic to power him up, Skyla and Swanna to heal him up. Now, a sync move, again, raises his critical hit rate every time he uses his sync move. It's really good. It is dark type, physical move. It does 250 or 300 damage, depending on how powered up it is, against a single opponent. But if you get him to his 6-star EX, it will do an AoE sync move damage to the entire opposing team, just like Charizard. Passive skills. Carry On 1. Raises the user's attack each time another Pokemon on the field of play faints, so that can be both your side or the opposing side. And Spur On 4 charges the user's move gauge by 4 each time another Pokemon on field faints. Again, it can be your side or the opposing side. Dark Shift. Normal type moves become dark type moves. So, Double Edge, even though it's a normal type move, becomes a dark type move, so you can use it. It'll be super effective against Pokemon that are weak to dark type Pokemon. Now, what lucky skill would you use for Mightyena? Well, because he's a critical hit buffer, you would seriously want Critical Strike 2. Seriously, that's it. That's the one you want to get. we'll go ahead and check out his 1 out of 5 move gauge. 1 out of 5 sync grid. 1 out of 5 sync grid. This one... Oh, whoops. There we go. Alright, so 1 out of 5. This one's more of a crunch focused sync grid. We do get ramming speed up here in the upper right hand corner. Crunch move gauge refresh, all the crunch power ups. And speed power ups, haste. We're not getting raw MP refresh because we are going to... You can get it if you want, but you'd sacrifice like the double edge. Even that, the double edge move gauge refresh plus like the HP plus 10 in order to get it. But again, it lowers, you only need to do it twice in order to max out your critical hit rate if you're using it with Torchic. And the more times you use it, the more you're lowering your special defense and your physical defense. So that's why I wouldn't recommend getting the raw MP refresh. And Skyline Swanna raises your speed. So, I mean, with that team, you're going to be doing the maximum amount of damage while not hindering yourself with lowering your defense and special defense. But we do get the X attack MP refresh. Again, all the crunch plus 3s. And that speed plus 10 is really nice with the speed plus 5, so not too bad. Alright, move on to the next one. This is the double edge focused 1 out of 5 move gauge. Again, we get ramming speed, haste, speed plus 10, X attack, the double edge move gauge refresh 2, 2 of the double edge plus 3s, and a stand fast 5. But really it comes together when we hit the 2 out of 5. Here's the double edge, 2 out of 5, sync grid, ramming speed, you get speedy entry, raises user's speed when the Pokemon enters the battle, so that's really nice. Haste, so that your speed can't be lowered. And then down here you get the extra stand fast 5, so you essentially max out your stand fast 5, like the amount of recoil damage that gets, you can, so, what am I trying to say? Words, what are they even? So stand fast 5 reduces recoil damage received from a move that costs, that has recoil in the effect tag. So you're reducing the amount of damage you take from recoil. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, move on to the next one. But that's just from getting two of the units. So really good. If you get lucky and you get 2 of the units, you get 2 out of 5, you're doing pretty good. This is the crunch build out with ramming speed, speedy entry, haste, all the crunch plus 3s that we can get. Not too bad. Not too bad. If you don't want to suffer any recoil damage at all. But those stand fast 5s will help out quite a bit when it comes to recoil damage. Alright, this one is our first 3 out of 5. This is crunch plus ramming speed and super duper effective 1. Powers up moves that are super effective. We got another crunch move gauge refresh, so that gives us move gauge refresh 4 on crunch. Speedy entry, haste, not too bad, but if you wanted to, you could actually take away speedy entry. And, man, I guess you could do, like... Oh, yeah, that's right. There we go. You could take away speedy entry. You could do X attack, powering up attack. Or you could... because that attack plus 20 is really nice. And we could get it. We would just have to sacrifice the speed plus 5. And then you could do that. If you wanted to, you could do that. Yeah, it could be. That could be alright. There is this crunch on a roll for 1, which raises the chance of lowering the stat values with the additional effects and moves. So essentially, you're lowering the have a higher chance of lowering the target's defense every time you use crunch. But you know, it is okay. Insult to injury. The more the target's defense has been lowered, the more it powers up moves. Again, leaning into that crunch on a roll 1. But I wouldn't use it. It's just, the cost is too much to be able to do that specific thing when you can use ramming speed with a certain team and you're good. Down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we do get Terrify 1, which lowers the attack of all opposing sync pairs when the Pokemon enters a battle, which is interesting. But again, I don't really think you need that too much. But we do have First Aid 4 over here in the bottom right-hand corner. And, you know, Mew has had this forever. A lot of other Pokemon have had First Aid 4. Raichu, another one. Increases your health, restores your health once you get down to, like, I think it's like 30 or 20% health. So, yeah, not too bad. But, again, this is the Crunch 3 out of 5 build. We'll go ahead and check out the next one. This is the Double Edge 3 out of 5 build. Now, I just wish we had more energy, honestly, because putting all this together with Super Duper Effective 1 would be insane. But yeah, so we got the 2 Stand Fast 5s down here. Double Edge Move Gauge Refresh 2, so Double Edge Move Gauge Refresh 4, not too bad. The Haste and Ramming Speed. Now, if you wanted to, if you really wanted to, you do this, and I mean, I guess we could do this if we took away the defense. You could do attack plus 20, increasing your attack a lot more. Again, if you're doing a double edge build, you want to keep the 2 Stand Fast 5s. You just do. So another thing that we could do is, instead of increasing our attack, we could come down here. We'd have to take away the speed, and then we could bring our defense back up. You could do this, where you're healing yourself while you're doing double edge damage. But again, like, I don't know. I just think that having the move gauge refreshes helps out quite a bit. So this would be the build that I would recommend for double edge. But again, you don't have to do it exactly like me. Let me know what your favorite sync grid is down in the comments below. Alright, move on to the next one. Last but not least, we have the sync move, or the sync bomb build. This one, really strong, because we got Super Duper Effective 1, Haymaker, which the more the user's attack has been raised, the more it powers up sync moves, Ramming Speed, and Haste. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Of course, with Ramming Speed, it only powers, the more the user's speed has been raised, the more it powers up moves. So that doesn't affect, at least I don't think that affects the sync move. Let me know down in the comments if that affects sync move. I don't think it does. Because it specifically, like Haymaker specifically points out it's the sync move that it powers up, where Ramming Speed specifically says it's just moves, not sync move. So I'm pretty sure it's just Crunch and Double Edge that Ramming Speed powers up. But again, I can't remember everything, so let me know down in the comments if it does power up. If Ramming Speed does power up the sync move, let me know. But yeah, this one, not too bad, because, you know, with Ramming Speed, you can do damage with Crunch. We do have Crunch power-ups here to connect us to the sync move and to the powering up nodes over there. And we got the sync node down here as well. So yeah, not too bad. But if you didn't want haste, for whatever reason, you could do the speed plus 10, powering up Ramming Speed as well. Or we could do X attack if we took away the defense. And then if you wanted to do that, you could also do speedy entry. Not too bad there. You do Crunch, Move Gauge, You could do the other one, but you'd have to take away... have to take away that crunch plus 3. So yeah, there's ways to do some things here. But if you wanted to do this... Oh, see, there's no way we'd be able to do that. Yeah, you would have to take away, like, super duper effective 1 in order to do this. But you could do this. And then increase your defense. So there's a bunch of ways you could build out the sync grid video. The sync grid video. Sorry, I literally just woke up, you guys. The sync bomb build. But yeah, just a few ways you could do it. Let me know down in the comments section, again, what your favorite sync move, or sync grid is for Mightyena. And how far did you guys get him to 1 out of 5? Did you pull for him? Did you get him? Did you get him to 2 out of 5? Did you get him to 3 out of 5? Fully unlock his sync grid? Let me know. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already, so you never miss out on any of my daily Pokemon Masters EX content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later.